Luxury watches are more than just a commodity. A valuable combination of legacy, craftsmanship, use of precious material, and design makes watches, in fact, an investment. Today, we are going to talk about the features that make watches such a valuable possession. Over the years, the watch industry has seen a unique trend that, unlike other commodities, the market value of luxury watches goes up with passing time instead of falling, which is why watches have effectively become a high-return investment over time. The reason for that is that these watches are no longer just about telling the time, they have become a sort of functional jewelry for men and women too. Handcrafted components designed with meticulous care and precision. Use of cutting-edge mechanical technology to produce movements, coupled with the use of precious metals and crystals in casing and securing the inner assembly, all contribute to the weight of a luxury watch's price tag. Humans, over time, have developed a taste for antiquity and heritage and an appetite for mechanics with increased digitalization. Like the taste and quality of an old wine, the increasing value of such luxury watches is attributed to them being vintage and authentic. Here are the top 5 most expensive luxury watches in the world. Number 1. Graff Diamonds Hallucination, worth $55 million. Topping all the lists of world's best luxury watches, this watch was unveiled at the world's biggest annual Baselword Watch and Jewelry fair hosted by the MCH Group. Studded with up to 110 carats of diamonds, this watch is like no other. It makes a multicolor bouquet with diamonds from fancy pink, vivid fancy yellow, fancy green, and blue in color, and cuts including round, pear, heart, emerald, and marquise. These diamonds are set in a platinum bracelet, at the heart of which lies tiny quartz dial, framed in tiny fancy pink diamonds. The watch is produced by you guessed it, a diamond company called Graff Diamonds. Number 2. Graff Diamonds The Fascination, worth $40 million. The second position in the top 5 list is also held by the Graff Diamonds. Well, diamonds are diamonds. You can't argue with that. In fact, let us put it this way. This one is a magnificent piece of jewelry, which comes with a bonus timepiece from the combined craftsmanship of company Swiss watchmakers and London-based jewelers. The watch features 152.9 carats of finest rare white diamonds set in a platinum bracelet, including a 38-carat fancy-cut D-color flawless pearl-shaped diamond at the center, which can be detached and worn as a ring. At its center, there is a small quartz dial, which is also pear-shaped, framed in tiny diamonds, and provides a bespoke shank where the ring diamond fits. Number 3. BREGUET number 1160, worth $30 million. Third down the list is an imitation of a historical masterpiece made by a revered 18th century French craftsman Abraham Louis Breguet. It is a pocket watch given into the Queen Marie Antoinette's possession as a gift. Knowing the Queen's admiration and regard for Breguet's work, as she had been collecting Breguet's watches over many years, it is said that a mysterious lover of the Queen commissioned Breguet specifically for this task. The watch was ordered to be a spectacular masterpiece and include the highest level of complications and horological expertise. Gold has been used in the inner assembly as much as possible, and the outer casing of the watch is entirely gold. For a technology so old, the watch was made on a self-winding perpetual mechanism, which had a repeating minute cycle, which also indicated hours and quarters and independent seconds on command, as well as a perpetual calendar showing day, month, and year at specific points. Furthermore, the watch also features a time equation showing the difference between civil time and solar time, a bimetallic thermometer, and a power reserve indicator and chime. This watch has been till now the 5th most complicated watch ever made. The self-winding assembly of the watch alone is comprised of 823 parts and components. The original watch's manufacturing was started in 1782, and it was completed in 1827 by Breguet's son. But unfortunately, by that time, Queen Marie Antoinette had been executed. It is now on display in Meyer Museum in Jerusalem. Number 4. CHOPARD 201 carat watch, worth $25 million. CHOPARD is a Switzerland-based world-known jewelry brand, and they have done something amazing with this spectacular piece made in 2001. This glamorous handcrafted CHOPARD 201 carat watch features an array of 201 carats of 874 rare, internally flawless diamonds in different and exotic colors like fancy pink, fancy blue, D color, and fancy yellow, and cuts like heart shape and pear shape, and a range of sizes, with the biggest being 15.37 carats. The watch's bracelet is made out of stainless steel, on which the diamonds are set, raising the price tag up to a whopping $25 million. At the heart of this assembly is a tiny dial framed in and studded with tiny fancy golden yellow-colored diamonds. The dial is shaded over by 3 large heart-shaped diamonds in pink, blue, and D color flawless, which open like flower petals on pressing the spring-loaded mechanism inbuilt to the timepiece, exposing 3 pear-shaped fancy yellow diamonds on a pavé-set watch face. Number 5. Patek Philippe Henry Graves SUPER-COMPLICATION, $24 million. The Patek Philippe Henry Graves SUPER-COMPLICATION, as the name implies, was designed and created by a renowned jeweler Patek Philippe in 1933 for Henry Graves Jr., an American banker, and is considered one of the most complicated mechanical watches in the world. Henry Graves Jr. especially commissioned Philippe to make this watch as complicated as possible, to surpass the grand complication pocket watch of another American business owner, James Ward Packard. This watch has been made with 18-karat gold and constitutes 24 handcrafted complications, including a double-dialed and double-open-face timepiece, featuring a minute repeater along with Westminster chimes, a quarter-striking mechanism, or petite sonnerie, a chronograph showing seconds, an hour and 12-hour striker, a sunrise-sunset indicator, plus a perpetual calendar, which is accurate up to the year 2100, time equation, moon phases, central alarm, a celestial calendar with coordinates of Graves' apartment on 5th Avenue, New York City as a reference point. Phew! To further take your breath away, all these functions are accomplished by the coordination of 920 tiny individual components, all handcrafted and fitted into this timepiece, not bigger than your palm. And all of it, after almost a century, is working flawlessly. And with this, we conclude our today's video. You can interact with us and let us know your favorite luxury watches in the comments below. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we come up with our newest top lists. Bye!